developed, they have to be found, they have to be signed, and that is the Department of Baseball Operations. And so, I'm not sure what else anyone can possibly say about the great work of Theo Epstein, Jed Hoyer, and everyone on his staff. But the baseball operation guys don't get very far unless we have an organization that is supporting them. And the leader of that organization is Crane Kenny. And the superlative staff that he has helped improve the ballpark, improve the field, improve the neighborhood, and improve the team overall so we can put together the best team and best organization in all of sports. So I'm going to finish with a trivia question. And just yell out the answer if you know it. How long has it been since the Cubs have won the World Series?
No, technically 2 days.
The answer is 0 years since the Cubs have won the World Series.
Tom mentioned the name Crane Kenny, President of Business Operations of the Chicago Cubs. Crane, very instrumental in the Ricketts family gaining ownership back when they did. He also was the leader in going and acquiring Theo Epstein to run the baseball operations. Crane has been with the team for 23 years, longer than anyone that you're going to hear speak today. So please, a nice warm welcome for Crane Kenny.
I think we made history twice, Pat. We're now the World Series champions. And I think you just got them to give a round of applause to a business geek. So thank you. Hey, I want to say just a couple words, starting with Pat. I said, my summers are made when I'm driving home from the ballpark and I hear Pat say, the final score, the Chicago Cubs 3, the St. Louis Cardinals 1. So good night from beautiful and historic Wrigley Field. So Pat, thank you for everything you do. Obviously, this happens because of the players. We never forget why we're here. We have a group of players, as they say, that never quit. They never gave up. They believed, and they're champions. So one round of applause for those guys who really made this happen. Our baseball leadership is the best in the country. It is the best in the game. It starts with Theo, Jed, Jason, and their whole team. We are so lucky that we convinced Theo to leave his hometown. After doing everything that could be done there, he wanted one more mountain to climb. We're so happy he stopped in Chicago on his way to Cooperstown. Thanks, Theo Epstein, and thank you to the baseball operations group. You know, Tom mentioned our team on the business side. We have a saying, we want to be the best in the game, both on and off the field. They proved they are the best in the game off the field. I couldn't be any luckier to work with a talented group of folks that make Tom and I look good every day. Thank you to the business ops team. And thank you to our corporate partners. I have to say, in particular, beside our legacy partners, American Airlines sponsored today's parade. Yay! They sponsored this event. American, thank you so much. And thank you to Under Armour, Kevin Plank and his group. They were our first big sponsor inside Wrigley Field. All the gear we're wearing today comes from Under Armour. Thank you to them. And I have to say this, they don't really want to be recognized today, but I want to say about the city, our great city, this beautiful day, that ballpark, so much has gone into changing what's happening up at the corner of Clark and Addison. The last 4 years, our mayor and his team have done everything they could to make it possible. The police, the fire, EMTs are all on staff today. They made today happen. Thank you to the police, fire, and first responders. I also want to say thank you to our alumni. You know, great having Rhino come home Thank you. Great having Demp and Carrie Wood never leave. And great to have Billy Williams with us. Billy's flag flies on the right field pole. His statue graces the entrance to our building. His plaque is in Cooperstown.
You lost audio.
But most importantly, Billy is the connection to our past. We love you, Billy. And my last thank you before I get out of the way here is for a group of people who joined us just 7 years ago. A group of Midwesterners who bought this club in 2009. And you know, there's a saying in business that culture eats strategy for breakfast.
That's all.
And there were a lot of strategies over the years. But we proved that the culture matters most. The Ricketts family brought a new culture to this organization when they joined us. All of them, Tom, Pete, Laura, and Todd, their father, Joe, and their mother, Marlene. They told us to think big. They told us to stop cutting corners. They said, hire the best. They said, build the best. Don't settle for second. No one has a time clock on you. Do it right and do it always. They changed our culture. I want to give a round of applause to the Ricketts family for doing what they did.
Thanks, Crane. Let's go ahead and welcome a couple of living legends. Crane mentioned them both, but now we're going to see them. First of all, a big hand for Ryan Sandberg.